Oh, hi, Dr. Jameson.
Hi, John.
Have the test results finally back? I've been waiting for quite a while now.
Yes, we got them all back, and we've been looking very hard at what they say, and I'm afraid it's not good. It looks like the damage to your diaphragm has gotten even worse. The syngultus has really taken a toll on me. I'm afraid
What does that mean?
Well, each day that the syngultus continues, your diaphragm is becoming more and more damaged and weakened, and eventually it's just not going to be able to do its job. And I've tried to find a way, but we've really tried everything, and I don't know that there's much more we can do for you.
So, I mean, what you're saying is I'm going to suffocate. I mean, this is the end of the road, right? I'm not ready to die. Is there absolutely anything else?
John, I mean, we've done everything medically that we can do.
Is there something non-medical?
Let me see. I think I have an idea. I'll be back.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, what can I do for you?
Dr. Jameson, we spoke on the phone.
Yes, it's good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
So you said something about a patient?
Oh, yes, that's John. He's been suffering from syngultus for many years now. It's quite sad, actually.
Syngultus. What is...
Oh, yes. It's extremely chronic and violent hiccups that are to the point of threatening his life now. It's damaged his diaphragm quite a lot, and pretty soon he'll be unable to breathe. It's very tragic.
Dear. And what can I do for you?
Well, I hear that you're an expert in fringe sciences.
I do like to dabble.
Yes, okay. Well, we think it may be a genetic flaw, and we're hoping that you could do some research and hopefully find a cure for this man.
And so, chronic persistent hiccups. That does sound very interesting.
Yes, it's been a hard toll on his life.
Yeah, I'd like to see what I can do. Can I get some information for him? I'd like to come by the hospital tomorrow after my classes.
That would be great. I'll email you how to get there and where he is. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course.
Good to meet you.
You too.
Yes?
Are you John Cutter?
Yes, that's me.
My name is Martha Bishop. I'm the specialist that Dr. Jameson brought in. I'd like to talk with you a little bit about your condition.
Sure, come have a seat.
So, I'm a professor at Kensington University. I'm not exactly a hiccup expert, but I do study fringe science, and I'm very interested in your case. So, what can you tell me about yourself?
Well, I've had hiccups ever since I was born, and even before I was born. My mom could feel me hiccuping in the womb, and my dad had hiccups, his dad had hiccups. We haven't really traced the line back that far, but I think it's been going on in my family for a really long time. Grade school was just horrible. I was mocked all the time. The names I was called in high school aren't really repeatable, but anyway, I mean, when I proposed, I hiccuped right in the middle of it and dropped the stupid ring. I mean, and the girl just laughed at me. So obviously, I'm single. So I've tried countless different medications for my hiccups and none of them worked. And the doctor says there's really nothing more he can do for me, and without some kind of miraculous cure, you know, within probably a year, I'm going to die just like my dad and my grandpa.
So this
That's why I brought you on.
So this seems to be hereditary. Your father and your grandfather both died of hiccups.
Yeah, it's definitely something that runs in the family. Let me show you a few
Here.
pictures. Okay, we find the pictures here. Yeah, there we go. So, here's my dad back in the 70s. He bears a rather striking resemblance to me. And then there's a picture of my grandpa back in the 50s.
Oh yes, here.
Well, Mr. Cutter, this seems like a really interesting case, and my heart goes out to all that you've been through, and I would really like to help. So I'm going to start doing some research right away, and I'll try to get back to you soon, okay?
Alright, thanks. Nice to meet you.
You too. And 1900. Yeah, that looks like the right time period. Early 1800s. Look at that. Edwin Cutter from 1846 and 1728. This goes back a lot farther than just his father and his grandfather. I'll have to show this to John. So I've been researching through the county archives, and I found some old news articles from the 1800s and the 1700s that show that the hiccups have been in your family for a lot longer than just your father and your grandfather. I wanted to show them to you. Here's the first one.
Oh wow. There's a striking resemblance to me. Okay. Oh wow. 1728. I didn't know it went back that far.
It's the oldest official record I could find, but earlier than that, records may have been a bit hazier. So. And I know it doesn't seem like the history is very much right now, but I really think that it holds the key. And I just want to keep going back and researching that, and I'll try to bring back more, something related to the cure.
Okay. Well, I certainly need a cure because the doctors say I don't have much time left. Well, Alicia, thanks for meeting with me. You know, that fringe science lady that I hired came and visited me earlier. And she found some newspaper articles going back to, I think, 1728 about how hiccups have always run in my family. But, you know, she hasn't been able to find any sort of cure for the hiccups yet. And I'm just kind of running out of hope that, you know, that she'll be able to find something in time. The doctors have made it really clear that there's really nothing more they can do medically. I'm really scared right now.
John, take a deep breath. John, we're all behind you. And we know that you'll be able to find a cure because, John, you have struggled more than most of us in the hiccup community, and we support you. John, as a symbol of our support, we all went out and bought these wands because you're our shining star, John. So don't give up hope because if your star fades in the heavens, what are we going to look up at night and wish on?
Thank you. really appreciate your support. And that's why we have these groups. Thank you so much.
No problem. It's for moments like these that we were formed. Goodbye, John. And remember, continue to shine as you always have for us.
Okay, back to researching. Searches related to hiccups. Gastroesophageal reflux stroke. Where did they come up with some of these ideas? What about that page? Topic overview. What causes hiccups? Too much food too quickly, too much alcohol, swallowing too much air, smoking, a sudden change in stomach temperature, emotional stress or excitement. But that doesn't work, because Mr. Cutter's hospital room keeps him sequestered from all of that. And treatments? He's tried all of those and more. But what's this? Hiccups throughout history. The hiccups, man's primal curse through the ages. Singultus has afflicted mankind from the beginning of time, and has influenced the course of human development and history through the ages. The effects of the hiccups on man can be seen in literature, art, and several famous historical events. It sounds almost like a conspiracy theorist page, but I've run out of things. Hiccups in literature. Perhaps one of the most famous pieces of literature involving hiccups is Shakespeare's Hamlet. Really? In which Hamlet believes that his uncle, Polonius, has murdered Hamlet's father in order to marry Hamlet's mother. Recent scholarly research, however, has revealed that Hamlet's father was in fact killed by a severe case of hiccups, and that Polonius was completely innocent of his brother's murder. And something like that with Jane Eyre, too? Hiccups in history. The most famous historical event involving hiccups is undoubtedly the sinking of the Titanic on her maiden voyage from England. The investigation into the sinking of the unsinkable ship revealed that the reason the lookout and the crew's necks did not spot the iceberg in time was that they were all suffering from severe hiccups, which were ironically relieved once they were plunged into the freezing waters of the Atlantic. Okay. And, of course, The Last Supper. Hiccups have had a significant effect on art throughout the ages, particularly Da Vinci's The Last Supper, which seems to show Judas hiccuping during the prototypical communion. I guess I can kind of see that. Aside from Renaissance painting, hiccups appear to have played a major role in the development of modern art. Although this is somewhat difficult to confirm, it is very frequently difficult to discern which random brushstrokes were intentional art, and which were accidents caused by hiccups. One modern artist whose work was clearly influenced by hiccups was that of Cutter. Really? Another ancestor of John Cutter, perhaps? There's a new display of art at the Colorado Art Museum. I wonder if they'll have any of his pieces there. Alright, upcoming events. August 6th, display of Cutter work. That started 2 days ago. I should really go see some of those paintings.
That's interesting.
That's weird.
What do you suppose it is?
This looks like an alien.
They all look like aliens.
Too strange.
Oh, it's like a giant tongue sticking out.
That's green.
Yeah.
I think I've seen enough.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh. Dance. That was interesting. Is that a weird Mona Lisa? Blonde one?
Just got the uniform.
That's weird.
Yes, Roger Cutter. This is his work. So an early modern artist. I guess, yeah, you can see the hiccup messing with the strokes. Wow. Okay. Art of dance. Cave paintings. A new display of cave art depicting ritual ceremonies and early dance. But this one here, maybe I'm seeing it, but I could almost swear they're hiccuping. I need to learn more about that painting.
I just like it when your hair's up going.
There is more to the so-called brutality of early cavemen. Recent archaeological excavation has revealed that they were suffering from a plague of hiccups. They may also have been the first people to devise a successful cure to the ailment. In a highly ritualized ceremony, the instrument of the cure was consecrated to its purpose. And at the end of the ceremony, the patient was struck 3 times over the head with a stick. The patient was then permanently cured of hiccups. That might be it. That might be the cure for Mr. Cutter.
I think I have it. I finished my research, and the hiccups go all the way back to the cavemen, but they had a cure. It involves a complex ceremony, but the heart of it is that they would take a consecrated stick and hit the victim over the head 3 times.
Really?
Yes. And of course, only a medical doctor can perform this procedure, so I had a stick.
Well, okay, but, I mean, seriously, are you... That hurt. But... I think I can... My goodness.
Smiling face, you're so weak, and yet you have such strength. You take a glance around this place, and you make the best of everything. You give me hope in spite of everything. You show me love even with so much pain. So I'll take this life and live like I was given another try.
Hey man, this goes out to every person that's stuck in the hustle.
Interesting hat. Thank you. Trying to figure that out.
Stuffed animal.
Look, if you don't toughen up, I am going to downgrade you to a concubine.
Nice butt you got there, Alicia.
Oh yeah.
I killed the zebra myself! Attack the rabbit. Stop. I see dinner. The unsuspecting little rodent is soon to meet its match. We have made eye contact with dinner. Attack! What?
My beds are really comfortable.
Oh gosh. Just don't start taking up a habit of wearing skirts.
It doesn't carry as well as your voice normally does, but I've got the volume up all the way.
I'll try to hiccup down here in the lower register.
You were really... Your face is terrifying. Look at the camera, your face is terrifying. Oh, he's so much fun. I'm taping it. I'm taping it. I'll tape it to something. I love this idea, but the execution's run up. Can you hold it while I grab the tape? Thank you. Okay. Yay for scotch. Tape. It sounds like gasping, dying breaths, which is good, I guess.
Actually, I'm gonna die and you start smiling.
You know how many times I've tried to smile into this awkward sympathetic.
Spasmodic diarrhea. What's the other one? Syphilis?
Syngultus.
Syphilis.
That's a whole another ballpark.
Yes, that's John. He's been suffering for many years from syphilis.
Subliminal messaging.
What is it?
Yeah.
Okay, and just as an aside, we got the syphilis thing because...
I added the word violent.
Violet! Okay, so... This is going well, except that you can hear her.
Oh, sorry. Grab me Play-Doh.
Play-Doh? I was gonna grab you Shakespeare, but apparently Shakespeare's not good enough for George. Or if you sit a little bit further forward, you'll be okay.
That's it. Okay, this is not proportional.
It is! Just act!
I mean, it's proportional to that zit.
Grow up and act!
Here. This is a stick.
Okay.
Conserve rather than bore. That's good. Just... That's good. That's good.
Hurry up and die, would you?